Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking on whether or not gambling is allowed in a proletarian society. So first, we're going to begin by talking about communism. Communism, as defined by Karl Marx, is the classless, moneyless state where the working class owns all the means of production. Right now, we haven't achieved a full communist society, but we have achieved socialism, which is a transitional state between capitalism to communism. Some of the countries that you can think of that were socialist, Russia, right? Best example, whether or not you liked it or think it worked is all up for debate, and this video is not for that. So, what is gambling? When you gamble, you put money in hopes of getting a revenue back, but most of the times you're not gonna end up winning, because if you say I bet it's gonna rain and it's not gonna rain, you're not gonna get no money back, right? And like casinos make it so it's harder to win, because if gambling actually happened, everybody would be rich. Nobody in this world is making tons and tons of money from gambling unless you're a freaking genius, and then the casino's gonna hire you, so you end up making it harder for people to win. But that's besides the point. Anyways, so I think, in my personal opinion, that gambling is very similar to how capitalism works, or in theory, because both with capitalism and gambling, you are investing money so it grows, but only a few select amount of people actually end up being rich. In theory, capitalism, beautiful. You can buy a cow, milk it, buy more cows with the money you make from milk, and then you can start selling meat, right? And it's all yours. But in today's capitalist society, you end up owning nothing. Your house is under a mortgage, your car under a loan. You don't even own your degree because you own student loans. Well, you do own your degree, just you own the money from it, right? Anyways, and that's my take on capitalism, right? Maybe because I'm a little bit more leftist, you're allowed to believe whatever you want to believe, right? I might be wrong. I'm all up for debating, right? But with gambling, it's a very simple process. You put money down. You're like, hey, I might make some money out of this. It's actually very similar to investing, and I actually learned that on game theory. I actually won this lottery ticket in my macroeconomics class. Pretty funny, right? I just think that the reason people gamble is because they're poor and they want like a shining ray of hope that someday they're gonna be rich. And they don't have like the education to invest their money. Like, I was pretty uneducated on how to invest money. I have a Roth IRA now, right? But I'm still figuring it out, and I might lose money in the process. So I don't want to like advise others on how to do it and which way, right? But many people do not have the education. Many people don't come from high income families where they have invested all their money, or they have put money up from retirement pretty early on, right? I do not have that education. I know my peers don't. I know the average American doesn't. And so the easiest, the most accessible way to earn this money in a way that simulates investment is through gambling. And I think that many gambling companies have understood this, but they have seen that Americans have spent less money on gambling. In my opinion, have seen less people gamble because they don't have the money. If you're gonna put $10 for a lottery ticket, you're gonna, in this like economy, you can use it for gas, you can use it for groceries. Like, your average American does not make enough money to where you can put a shit ton of money into investing and lottery, right? It's the truth. It's the sad truth. These companies have started coming online, so it's easier to gamble. It's easier to put money down. $2, you get addicted. It's absurd, but I feel like gambling is inherently capitalist. Like, I don't think that if people were completely free of debt, that they didn't wish for anything because the state provided the government provided everything for them, like healthcare, accessible education, accessible like transportation. People wouldn't dream of more. People would be content with their day lives. They would be content knowing that, oh, you work, you to each of their abilities, right? And to like get back what you need, which I don't remember the exact quote of Karl Marx, but forgive me. I have read theory, I promise. I just very forgetful. I don't think that people would wish for more because they would be content. Like, hey, I have everything I need. I am content with my life. Probably the little money they make extra, they use it to travel. They use it to buy themselves like an iPhone. They use it to like spend time with their family, right? So you're not going to be in this extreme need to where you are filled up with greed because of how much you lack, right? So my point here is gambling is inherently capitalist, and gambling would only exist in a capitalist society. Karl Marx would disagree with gambling, and I think we should put more attention into the needs of people. And this is my conclusion. Rich shambhala wouldn't allow gamblers. Sorry, not sorry. No labubus either. Right? So I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and don't follow, but just keep me in your thoughts. I like being kept in thoughts, okay? And please don't call me like ugly names like stupid. I don't appreciate that. Please call me a pseudo intellectual. Thank you.